Random video surprise. Covering your face for.
Oh, flip.
Don't worry about it, what you look like.
My hair looks awful.
So what are we talking about then?
I don't know. I feel really sad today.
You feel really sad?
Yeah.
Well, I had an experience of a video, what I was going to put on here. I had a video that I was going to put on here, but then I realised that I put it on and I'd recorded the bloody thing the wrong way around. It was horizontal. The video was horizontal, and it wouldn't match people's phone settings and stuff. So basically, I went to clean someone's windows who is studying the Bible. He's been going to meetings for a long, long time, and he's got mental health problems and physical health problems, and his son also has mental health problems and has a carer take him out and things like that, to go take him shopping and things like that. Really nice, a bloke and his son. And I went to do the window cleaning. Told him that I'm not a witness anymore, and he said he knew that, and he said that this bloke knew this elder that we were close with, or we were close with him, weren't we? He let us down.
Really close.
And basically, I told him that we couldn't talk to him anymore, and that he couldn't talk to us because we're not witnesses anymore. And he was like, "Oh, well, what about me then?" And I said, "Well, you're not baptized, are you?" And he said, "No." Well, I said you have to. I said, "Yeah, if you're baptized, you can't talk to me." And he said, "Well, I'm all right then." And his son said, and I said, "I couldn't, they can't talk to me." And his son was like, "Why?" And I couldn't answer really. And he was talking behind his dad, who was talking as well. So I just paid attention to his father, so I didn't have to talk to the son, because the son's got mental health issues.
It would have been way
and
too much for him to handle. Yeah, no, you did the right thing.
Yeah. And then while I was cleaning the windows, the bloke did tell me beforehand that he was having a book study. And that the elder that we were close with, the closest out of all the congregation, was going to do a book study with him. So I thought, I said, "Is he coming here?" He said, "No, it's on a Zoom or on the internet, because he can't come here because of this, basically virus bullshit." And while I was cleaning the windows, I could hear the meeting through the window, through the single pane, humongous panes of glass that I was cleaning. I say humongous, but basically it's bigger than a normal conservatory, because normal conservatories are, the panes are smaller these days, but it's an old aluminium frame, single pane glass conservatory, and it goes from top to bottom, left to right, really big, and all the viewers who watch this video are really interested in window cleaning.
Windows, yeah.
I wonder how many people leave the truth and carry on window cleaning.
I bet there's loads of ex-JWs on here that are window cleaners.
And the ones who are still in the organisation of window lickers. No.
Boot polishers, that's what one of our favourite uncles used to call them. Boot polishers to the elders.
Anyway. Oh yeah. That's the brother that we don't know. He'll still have contact with us. We need to go see him.
Him and his wife were lovely. They always in trouble.
We're going off track, talking about someone else. Anyway,
yeah.
I heard the Bible study.
Hang on, let me finish that part, because I've just said they were always in trouble. That sounds really bad.
They were in trouble?
They were always in trouble for saying when things weren't right and trying to stand up for things that weren't right. And of course that didn't go down well. So I had to get that in, because it sounded like they were always in trouble.
You knew what was right and you knew what was wrong. He was a decent bloke.
Yeah, decent, yeah.
So, yeah. So I heard this conversation through this conservatory, and they're starting a book study, and they're like, "Oh, are you all right? Yeah. Oh, all right. Yeah. What have you been up to? Yeah. Oh, I've had trouble. Oh, what's been up? Oh, I'm trying to get on Zoom for 15 minutes. Blah 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 blah." But hearing the brother and his biological brother, who is also an elder in the congregation, was a bit weird, a bit sad in a way, because they've been part of our life for a long time, haven't they? and to hear their voices again after, lockdown or whatever. And it just seemed so, in a way, normal, but not, because I'm not part of it anymore. For them to say a prayer and then go on about what paragraph they're talking about and then go talking about it. But this time knowing that it's a load of bullshit. That basically, they were going about the anointed and the kingdom and how do you recognise God's people and things like that. And I was just like, washing the windows thinking, rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. And yeah. Then afterwards I cleaned the windows and it was emotional. It was sad, it made me angry, it made me all sorts. And then I got in the car and filmed video, but like I say, it was horizontal, not vertical like all my other videos. And I just went to upload it and it didn't work. It did look a bit dodgy, so I thought I'd do a video now talking about it. I also I started recording at the car and I said, I'm going to try and crash a Bible study. And I went to the door, knocked on the door, hoping his son would invite me in and I'd get to be able to talk to the elders on the screen and put them in a situation where I'd have to talk to me and say, yeah, I'm still watching the videos, I'm watching Anthony Morris and Jeffrey Jackson, and then talk about either Anthony Morris drinking problems or Jeffrey Jackson admitting that, about the paedophile, about covering up the paedophiles in the Australia Royal Commission and all these other things. Anyway, I didn't get a chance to, so I did a video talking on the way to Tool Station, which is my new church. Tool stations just opened up in our town. It's a small town and there's bugger all here. So we've got Tool Station now.
And
so
it,
really
and it
cool.
has a catalogue, which is your new Bible.
My new Bible is the Tool Station catalogue. Yeah.
I think if I haven't seen anybody yet. I've been shunned in a way that a sister that used to really talk to me about all her problems, really disturbing things in the truth. She deleted me off everything the moment I said that's it, I'm going. So I've been shunned by her. My sister's still on my things, but not actually talking to me. But other than that, I haven't physically seen anybody because of lockdown. But I know that a particular elder was like a dad to me, and I know if I see him I'll be in tears. But at the same time, it's the same elder that I was really confiding in and saying, please, this is getting too much. This man keeps looking over at our children
in a fucked up way.
He's been
part
told,
of my language, but he was wrong. That bloke is sick, a vile man.
I reassure you, that man steps 1 foot out of line. We're on it. We're constantly on his back. No, you're not. You're not, because, he's been told. It got to the point where he would have to sit this side of the hall. We would sit this side of the hall. Basically, we were like little prisoners, shoulders up, tense, because the children would want to go and talk to their aunties and uncles, and obviously they can't, because he would always go to that person and talk to them if our children were near them. So it got really bad. And his biggest trick would be he would walk with a Zimmer frame or a stick. It wasn't a Zimmer frame, was it? It was a stop it. And then he would have a wobble near the children and have to lean on their chair while he's having this wobble.
Yeah, and I'd have to restrain from pulling out my Victorinox Swiss Army knife and corkscrewing his brain out.
And then we're in the car going down the road and we see him with no stick, practically running down the street,
popping down into the pub,
and nobody would have it. They just wouldn't. Although I say nobody would have it, we had half the elders saying it's disgusting, we don't even want to be in the congregation with him. One elder says, I just won't talk to him. I won't talk to him. I've told the other elders I can't deal with him, and he's not coming to my house. You'll have to deal with him. And then the other half that just completely denied what he was, even praised him in some ways for still being there with what he's done and everything. But I had a funny experience today, didn't I?
Because you're going to become another religion.
No, no. I do cleaning for work, and as you can imagine, a lot of my customers were Jehovah's Witnesses. But also that was stopped because of lockdown, so they didn't really.
What stopped because of lockdown?
My cleaning.
The cleaning, yeah.
Yeah, because the witness couple.
Yeah, which actually, just quickly, on a side note, while we're here, the paedophile made a friend with a nice old man in the congregation who used to cry a lot about when he would talk about his wife, who died not long before we moved into the congregation. He was a very nice bloke, very kind. He was in the Navy. He was a decent bloke. He was a northerner, Yorkshire accent, and he was quite funny. It made me laugh. He used to talk about his granda all the time, didn't he? And comment about his granda. My granda used to say. Then he'd comment in the meeting. It was brilliant. And he'd have this stutter as well. And I used to say, sing it, trying to get him to sing it. Because apparently when you have a stutter, if you try to sing, you use the other side of your brain, it helps it come out. Anyway, he started spending time a lot with this paedophile, and eventually he got very creepy, didn't he? And the study you had, he started basically flirting with her. It was very strange, talking about how he wants a younger woman. It was fucking weird.
It was very uncomfortable.
Really weird. The paedophile just rubbed off on him. It was horrible. It's ruined.
And then I had to leave that cleaning job because. So yeah.
So you cleaned.
I did not feel. He would go out when I cleaned. He would go out off shopping, but I knew that this paedophile man would just knock on the door whenever, and I thought, no, I'm not going to be there. If there's a risk, he's going to knock on the door. But that's another cleaning job I lost. Will you stop it? And then today I started a new little cleaning job.
Yeah, go on.
And I was so nervous. I felt so. Stop it.
You felt nervous?
I felt really nervous.
Shaking in her wellies.
I actually was. I felt so sick because, as bad as it sounds, I'm just not used to people in the world. I've just been around witnesses all the time and been like a Jehovah's Witness robot that I really don't know. I didn't know what to say. I was so nervous.
Yeah.
And
in that way, it's been different with you and me because I was working. I've still carried on working for people in the world and just having a laugh and stuff.
I did have 2 other customers that were in the world, but it was through a sister that I had the job, so it was slightly different. But I went in and the lady was really nice, Christian lady, really, really nice, was real kind, and we just sort of had a little chat. And she said, tell me about yourself, Marie. And it ended up coming out that for the last 10 years I'd been... well, before I said it, I said, are you religious? And she said, yes. What made you ask? Because she had got this big...
wooden cross
and things. And I said, I've just come out of a religion after 10 years. And she just looked at me. She said, you was a Jehovah's Witness, weren't you? I was so shocked. I said, how did you know? She said, your whole way about you, I can tell. She said, they just, how did she word it?
She said something about boxed in.
Boxed in. And she says they just crush people. And I couldn't believe it. And she was very kind. And she said, just give yourself time to heal. Don't give up on God. And I've said the same. I don't know how I feel about religion. I would like to still have a faith, but at the moment it's been put on hold. Please don't do that.
Why not?
Because my customers might see that.
Your customers?
If you do that, you're deleting.
They're not going to watch this.
You don't know who's going to watch it. It's YouTube.
My
if
YouTube.
You do that, I'm going to delete.
No.
You're going to delete this video.
Okay. All right.
Come
on. Yeah, go on. No, you're not doing it. We're having a bit of fun because it's all quite macabre talking about this this disgusting.
Yeah, but
religion.
You're not doing this.
Right, well, just talk then. Just do it.
Anyway, it went really well. Really nice lady.
Right,
and I feel a bit better about it now.
Yeah. You feel a bit better, right?
Yes.
Talking about being free as an ex-JW.
Just that in very, very small baby steps, I'm starting to build up my confidence again.
Don't ruin it. It's a bit of fun, isn't it?
And the other thing that helped was a few... how long ago was it? About a month ago. I was feeling really, really depressed. Really
depressed.
Really depressed. Really, really missing everybody and just feeling like completely lost. And I just thought, I need to do something for myself. So I thought, I'll get my hair done. I need a haircut. It's a mess today. My hair was long and dead, and like everyone in lockdown, couldn't get a haircut, and I just thought, I'm just going to book one. And there was a lady advertised on Facebook, and it turned out that she lived on our street. Another neighbour told us how nice she was. She came and did my hair. I ended up talking to her for 3 hours. And now our daughter's made friends with her daughter. She's been going round there and she's come here. It's really nice. The hairdresser insisted that I celebrated my birthday because she knew my birthday was coming up. We was away for my birthday, but when we got back, she'd got me a birthday present and a card, which was a shock, but it was just really sweet for somebody that I've only just met to do that, So I'm starting to see that there's nice people out there, and that I can talk to them, and that how do you explain it? It's really weird to think that you can just have a conversation with somebody and your goal is not to change them or make them a witness. Because before, you're annoying me today.
Just talk.
No,
Come on.
because
I'm not
before,
going to. Doesn't matter. Does it?
every time you spoke to them,
Let me be. Let me be. I'm a Scottish girl. Why, aye, man.
anyway, as I was saying, you felt like when you met people that you wanted to save their life and get them.
I'm naked.
Get them through Armageddon. But so it's nice not having to do that.
Yeah, we know it's not real. We know it's all a farce. It's all a joke. It's all a laugh. It's all a ha-ha. It's all fake. The governing body themselves have admitted. Someone sent me a link today, I think on one of my YouTube videos, saying that a link to a video of the governing body admitting that they are chosen by men, something or other. I haven't looked at it yet, but that's going to be quite an interesting one. I hope it's another video that you see these videos of governing bodies. It's them speaking, and they're just morons.
The way that brother, I can't remember how he worded it now, but when he asked him if he believed that he was anointed by God, and he basically can't remember how he said it, but he said no, we can't decide that or something, which is not what they tell us all the time, is it?
No, they think they are the chosen ones. They are the anointed, etc., etc. And the funny thing today was they did the Bible study and I could hear it, and it was like, how do you identify Jehovah's people? And I said really loud, I said, no one can identify Jehovah's. I said really loud, no one can identify God's people. Only He knows what's in their hearts. Now that's if you believe in a God or not.
Can I come in?
But I've stated my views on God in another video. If there is a God and He's better than me, then He'll forgive anyone no matter what they do anyway. Blah de blah de blah. Sounds silly, sounds childish, but at the end of the day, the stuff I've seen people on this earth forgive other people for even killing their children, which I could imagine is the worst thing imaginable. If they can forgive that, then God can forgive anything. So yeah.
Well, you've got to be careful there because.
Don't they all look cool?
Okay, dear. You've got to be careful there though, because that's the sort of line that they would use to say, he's been forgiven.
Who's been forgiven?
People like the paedophile. So, I would
don't mean forgive now. Like, if they say, right, so if you get to like the end and there's Armageddon and all this lot, and then you get to a new system, then there's no teasing and no sin. See, this is why it doesn't make sense. If we're born with a disease, it's not our fault, is it? And then all of a sudden, the disease is going to be gone. So why punish people for having a disease? Everybody sins. What's the freaking point? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
does it?
but if your sin
It
is
doesn't make sense.
if your sin is physically or mentally hurting somebody, then you need locking up, don't you?
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. No.
I'm just talking.
I think that I would like to think that a God would sort these people out and not just forgive them.
Yeah, bad people need a slap. That's the whole point. You can see their hearts. We all do things wrong, don't we? Sometimes and react in the wrong way. But you can see what's ultimately in our hearts, what we want at the end of the day. All I want is a peaceful life without no bother from anyone. I don't want to have to pay council tax. I don't have to pay bugger to anyone. I just never want to live or roam free and eat and live off the land, and that's it. And not have to bother anyone bug me. And just if I want to befriend people, I can befriend people, trade or whatever.
Yeah, but you don't physically or mentally hurt anybody. You're talking about forgiveness.
I have physically hurt people, and mentally on purpose.
Probably when you were a teenager.
Yeah, when I was a teenager, I beat people in the face.
That's not the same thing.
And now I've left Jehovah's Witnesses. Who knows? I might give someone a slap these days.
No, you won't.
No, you never know.
No, you've got your children to look after.
No, I'll tell them off though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something that we're starting to get a bit better about, isn't it?
I called someone a tosser today.
Oh, I'm not going to be on your videos, just to get rid of it. I don't like all that swearing. No, I'm serious. I don't like all that being like that. It's not
I'm a bit more of a rebel than Marie is. Aren't I?
There's just always
You're a lady, I'm not that.
I just think we, as Jehovah's Witnesses and before Jehovah's Witnesses, we were classed as a decent family.
We still are a decent family.
And we don't need to do all that swearing and horribleness. It's just...
What swearing horribleness? Someone was really rude to me today and my daughter. So I called him a tosser. Because he needs to know. Because people like that shouldn't be bad. It's not nice.
Yeah, but you don't.
What am I supposed to do? Let him do that and not fit my daughter thing that?
Yeah, but you don't need to share your language on these videos because you don't know who's watching them.
I don't care what anyone thinks. I am who I am. I'm a free man to do as I please. Probably I'm a bit that way because I've been trapped inside an organisation and now I'm rebelling a bit more.
Yeah, well, I understand that. Like, where was we? With the lady. And
I don't know. I was going to stop recording, but this is quite getting interesting, isn't it?
With the lady at Sandringham that was rude to Rosie and then couldn't control her kid, and I told her.
Exactly. So you was rude.
But I wouldn't be swearing and stuff. I don't like that. I just...
Oh, okay. That must be a female thing.
We don't let the children swear. We like them to have manners, and I just don't like it. So
yeah.
Now you've recorded our first domestic. It's probably the first one since we left the so left them.
That's not our first domestic.
I wish I'd stop saying them. The truth. I wish I'd stop saying that because.
Oh, the eldest daughter's walked in. Rosie, do you want to be on YouTube?
Okay.
A video. Come sit down.
What time, please?
This is the longest video I've done. It's a record. I don't sit on my hand. Ow.
It's been an hour. Hello.
Are you glad you're not a Jehovah's Witness?
Yes.
Why?
I can have fun and live my life.
Have fun and live your life.
Yeah.
Have you made a new friend?
Yeah, she lives across the road. And before I wasn't allowed to talk to her because we're different religions, but she's really nice and her family's quite nice.
Good. Yeah. What problems did you have with being a Jehovah's Witness, Rosie? What didn't you like about it?
A lot of the girls I knew, you'd end up having to kind of be stuck with them a lot of the time, and a lot of the time they were very immature, so you couldn't really do much with them, and they'd cry about a lot.
Cry about a lot? What did they cry about?
I told one girl about lucid dreaming, and she started bawling her eyes out, saying, "Oh, what if all this time I've just been dreaming?" That's how she understood lucid dreaming, which is basically where you just control your dreams, and she interpreted that as, "Oh, all this time she's just been dreaming." Also, she wouldn't know a lot about basic things.
That's really confusing. If a lot of you don't know what lucid dreaming is where you're half awake. It's just about where you're awake and you lucid dream. I've done it before. I did it, and I managed to control a dream inside a dream. And there's things you can do inside the dream, like flicking a light switch or spinning around in a circle, and you know you're in the dream and you control the dream. It's really, really cool. But I lost a lot of sleep through it, and it wasn't good for my health. And you're saying that this girl
'cause I told
thought
her,
that she'd been dreaming what?
I don't know, because she thought that she'd been dreaming life. Because I said about
Dreaming her actual life.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
So she was scared.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Basically, because they're told that anything is from the devil. So any films you watch, any things like that, anything you try, any science that's new, is from demons, is from the devil, and they don't even know what they're talking about half the time. It's quite surprising.
Also,
Even the ones who seem really scientific and clever in the truth, when you talk to them, they don't quite understand or grasp certain aspects. Yeah. Anyway, I've got to end the video in a minute because it's like really long.
Also, a lot of girls, they think they're better than everyone else just because they're like a pioneer or they're baptised or something like that.
Dad's an elder.
Yeah, when they actually haven't done anything good. They could be really nasty, but if they're a pioneer, it's fine. They get away with a lot, and they get a lot of praise in the congregation, even though I know they've been really nasty to a lot of people.
Don't say her name, but the first friend that you had who was a Jehovah's Witness, you went to nursery with her, and then when we joined the congregation.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what was your experience with her?
She was really nasty. She wouldn't let me do anything, so like she would play with her toys and she'd make me sit and watch. And every assembly every time we moved house, so I couldn't see her anymore at her meetings. And oh no, she moved house, didn't she? And then every time I go to the assembly, she'd glare at me from afar, like every single assembly. And I don't know, I haven't done anything wrong to her though.
And what about the best friend you had in the what we thought was a good friend for you?
Which was that?
What did she do?
A cousin or the other one?
The other one.
The other one. I thought she was really nice, but then she started thinking she was better than me because the music she listened to, or oh yeah, she told me that if I didn't get baptized, I weren't going to go to paradise, which isn't. I don't know where she's got that from. And also, anything I'd do, she didn't like. She'd go, nope, you're not allowed to do that, even though she couldn't tell me because she was baptized and she was younger than me. So anytime I did anything that she didn't think was right, she'd tell me off for it.
So that's a real friend in Jehovah's Witnesses, in the Borg. Yeah, I'm gonna end the video now. So everybody say goodbye.
Bye.
Wow, what an eventful video. A bit of a domestic, a bit of a laugh, a bit of a depressive talk, a bit of serious talk. It's all sorts. It's a Bassett video.
Well, you did spring it on me.
Yeah, surprise video.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Everybody wave at the same time.